Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rye, and let me holler at you real quick. You have to reinvent yourself. If you want new results, if you want something to change, if you actually want to see something different, you have to bring something new to the table. New arenas, new aesthetic. Now, it doesn't mean change who you are at your core. It means changing all the things that weren't working, change all the things that were negative about you, and reinventing that. You could turn something bad and make it your good. A lot of people think, I don't want to change who I am. But what's wrong with doing that? It doesn't mean you're changing the actually who you are as fundamentally as a person. It means whatever is not serving you has to go. If it's not serving you, why do you want to hold on to it anyway? If it's not doing you any favors, why are you struggling so hard to keep it? Anything that's not serving you, anything that's not helping you to gravitate to something new, to something better, you should want it to go anyway. You should want to change it anyway. Anything that's not working, it gotta go. So understand that reinventing yourself don't mean that you are suppressing who you are, bottling things up. It means you are shedding all that unnecessary skin and blossoming into something better. Before it's a butterfly, it's a caterpillar. So understand that. So reinvent yourself to something better. When you're doing that, you're going to see more opportunities come your way. You ever look at somebody and you say, dang, every song they put out is a hit. Or that director, every movie they put out goes number one. They just keep winning awards. That can easily be you. See, because they reinvent themselves and bring something new every time, everything you do doesn't sound the same. You know, every time you put out something new, people are gravitating to it because you're not one-dimensional. You're not a one-trick pony. So people are intrigued by you. They have adoration for you because you reinvent yourself every time it's time for you to come up to bat to swing. You bring something new. That's why they keep tuning into you and they invest into you. You reinvent yourself and shedding that skin like a chameleon does. It's actually benefiting you in the long run. You'll always have multiple people that's intrigued by you. Then you'll have people wanting to learn from you. You'll have people that actually they'll be asking you questions. Now, instead of being led, you're the one doing the leading. So this is a good for you. So when you see these people, it looks like it just falls into their lap. No, they had to switch up their style. They had to use trial and error, and sometimes they fell flat on their face. And people laughed. But those people that was laughing, compare yourself to them. Compare yourself to them. Don't actually do that, but I mean, like, look at where they are. They're stuck in the same cycle, doing the same thing over and over again, while you and the people around you actually want something better for yourself. So you willing to do the failing. You willing to lose out. You willing to sacrifice what you've been working on. That's how you know what works and what doesn't. So reinvent yourself. You can't bring the old you into new arenas, into new places. You're not going to get any new opportunities that way. Why would anyone pour for you an opportunity where you're not willing to work? You're not willing to work with the other people, different people from different backgrounds, different people that have different ideas. If you're not willing to work, you're willing to change, and you're stuck in that same cycle of doing the same thing over and over again, you're limiting yourself to this one-dimensional way of thinking where you're only going to get so many opportunities because you're only willing to go one way. If you're not willing to broaden your horizon, think outside the box, you will be limited, and there will be like a threshold of how far you can go. It won't work. And once that dries up, once people get tired of that thing, because people move in trends nowadays, so things are moving fast. You know, one week one thing is cool, the next week it isn't. If you're not willing to go with the times, if you're not willing to reinvent yourself, if you're not willing to change and think outside the box, you will be left behind. And now you're stuck in this pond by yourself while everyone's changing and reinventing themselves, while everyone's trying to come up with something new and bring something fresh and excel. You will be stuck regressing instead of progressing. So it's very important that you are constantly thinking of new ideas. Even if something is working, still have something in your back pocket. You know, that's how you know. You have more than one tool in your toolkit. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a toolkit. If you only got one tool, it's not a toolkit. You just have a tool. So understand that even if something's working, let's say something's working, and that's good for you. Well, still keep brainstorming ideas. Still keep thinking, okay, this is good, but if this don't work, I got something in my back pocket to try and see. And people will respect you for that. The people that's laughing and saying, oh man, he failed, at least you tried. People who you never know who's watching. You never know who's looking. There are people out there that be all like, hey, that didn't work for him or her, but at least they care about their art and they're willing to try something new to freshen things up for the viewer, for the listener, for the people that's consuming the product. A lot of people are just putting out slop. They don't really care about what they're doing. There's no passion in it. There's no love. There's no love in it. But the fact that you are willing to change and reinvent yourself and bring something new, a lot of people will respect you for that. And the people that don't, they didn't really care about you anyways. So they can't respect what you're bringing to the table. They were never consuming what you put out anyway. They were just looking and waiting to fail. A lot of people hate watch. So they're looking to see if you're going to fail, and they watch until they do, and then once the tide turns to their favor, that's when they start laughing at you. And they never liked you. So their opinion doesn't matter. The only opinions matters is your base, the foundation that you laid out. That's who you're catering to. Bring something new to the dance. You can't take the old you with you on your new journey. It has to go. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in a cycle just repeating. And that's not something you want to do. But hey, it's Rye. Like, comment, subscribe if you like and if you're new. And remember, you got this, homie. It's already yours.